Hey guys, so I've been in Pasadena for about a month now, and I just wanted to shoot a quick video to share some stories as well as show you what the office and the landscape look like, just invite you into what life is like here out in Pasadena. So I hope you enjoy. So starting off outside here, this is a view across the street. This house right here is actually the founder of the ministry, Brian Barcelona's, and he's an awesome dude. And then as you can see in the background, there's mountains. I love the mountains. And so right here is the office building. We're actually on a missions base campus, and so this is William and Carey University. You can see there's some students out in the quad, and so there's a lot of different organizations that are on the campus and around the campus. So actually a church meets upstairs on Sundays, and then back there in the distance and in the left, if you can see it right there at the end of my finger, is where the Pasadena International House of Prayer meets, and that's actually where my church is as well. And then right here is where my church offices are. So this is outside. So we come down. That's my bike up there. I bike to work. It's about 2 miles, not bad. There's a big hill. So we come down in the office here, come inside. It's nothing special. We got a couple rooms in here. So it's kind of old. It's nice to be inside though. The calls office used to be down in that hall. So like I said, we're coming up on room number 1 here. This here to the left is Brian Barcelona's office. So he's the guy who founded it, and these are just some of his pictures with the different ministry leaders that he has been with. So this is his office, and where his assistants post up. Next room right here, this is the campus room. This is where the campus staff meets. We also do worship in this room every morning. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we worship and pray together before starting the day. These are all the high schools that that are in LA, and then right there on that board are all the high schools that we're in and just the different things we're doing. And then this room right here is where all the other staff are, and so pretty standard office space. This is Lily. She's the director of finance and Jesus Club. She's amazing. This is my desk. Shout out to Miami University. Gotta rep it all the time. This is Alan. He's the director of Adopt a School. He's a cool guy. I work with him a lot. Right here is the media room. And then over here is a break room where we got another Alan just chilling, eating some food. There's 3 Allens on staff here, so it's a good, if you yell Alan, you'll get somebody. So, and then we got a little patio out here. And so yeah, this is the office, and then right here, up here is a basketball court. I'll actually go up the stairs here. So we got a simple space, but it's nice. And it's a lot of collaboration that goes on. And so yeah, so we play basketball out here sometimes. We played. They actually found out that I'm decently good at basketball, and so the director is like, "Oh, basketball hustler" is what he calls me. So yeah, so this is the office. Just wanted to share some of the space with you. So yeah, so that's the office space. Just wanted to share that with you, and I want to share a couple stories and just some cultural things out here. One thing is we're in like really bad schools in LA. We decided that we wanted to hit the hardest schools, and so we're in 5 different schools, and they're all really bad inner cities. So 2 of them are in Compton, where the Bloods and the Crips are located and kind of run the school. And then we're in Manual Arts, which is apparently the worst school, just declared the worst school in Los Angeles. And then we're in Jefferson, which is the 2nd worst school. And then we're also in Dominguez. And so we're just in some really, really rough areas. But God's really doing it. We're getting kids that would never come to church. They're coming to us. Like one story is like we asked a kid if he wants a Bible, and he's like, "Nah, I'm not religious." And our director was like, "But you come to Bible club every week." He's like, yeah, I like it. but I never set foot in a church. I'm not religious. And so that's just kind of the students we're getting, and kind of the culture on these campuses is like nobody goes to class. It's so weird. Like they'll just stand outside class and you'll be like, why aren't you in class? And they're like, yeah, it's boring. I don't want to be there. I don't really learn anything. There's too many people. And so they just chill in the hall and the teachers don't do anything about it. And the other thing is, like, since it's so nice outside here, like there's courtyards everywhere. Like in Ohio, there's nothing like that. Like there's no courtyards. You don't hang out outside, and so there's just students all over the place. It's like kind of like actually a college campus. So that's kind of the culture that we're dealing with here. Some other stories. One, we just had a partnership brunch just to raise funds for One Voice. We operate under budget, and really it limits what we're able to do as students. And so just God came through in amazing ways at this brunch. We raised $10,000 at the brunch, and then 2 people came forward and were like, we're going to match it. So we raised $30,000, and somebody donated a van, which is amazing because the van we had been using to load up our stuff and take people to the campuses just broke down. And so it's just such a blessing that God moved in such a way over something we've been planning for so long. Another cool thing that God's done is I needed a place to live. I was in temporary housing until February 1st. And so Brandon and I were like, we took a lot of January looking for a place. And like what we found is it's really hard to get a place out here that's cheap, but also accommodates the number of people we want. And so we were looking all the month of January and we couldn't find anything. And then the last day, we actually signed the lease on February 1st and were able to move in that exact day. And so God just provided right when we needed to. And so if you're out there like hoping that God will come through on something, he might not come through when you want him to come through, but he'll come through by the time you need him to, because he's a faithful dad. And so I just want to encourage you with that story. And then just couple last things, just of like how I've seen God moving in my own life. Like just been releasing freedom over me to be myself. I think I realized that, you know what, like I've been trying to be like everybody else, trying to do what everybody else does, and God's like, I don't want you to do that. I don't put any expectations on you to do that. I just actually want you to be you, and he likes me for who I am, not for what I do. And there's not like this high expectation of like, you got to do all these things for me to like you. It's just like, no, like I was predestined to be a son, and there's nothing I did to earn it, and there's nothing I'm going to do to unearn it, you know? And so it's just like I've been growing and resting in that, and just like God's given me different gifts, different skills and abilities, and that I get to use those in a way that he's ordained for me specifically. And then the other thing is just like, where does life come from? And it's not from work, it's not from food, it's not from good friends. It's eternal life really is knowing God and knowing Jesus. And so as long as I'm doing those things, I'm getting life. And so just the invitation to come and feast on Jesus and know him better. And so that's how I'm growing. And so I just wanted to invite you guys into that, just share some things that I didn't have space for in my letter. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this. God bless you. If you're in Ohio and it's super cold, it's 75 degrees outside right now. So nice. Bless you guys.